Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. You should be seeing a what sold video. I just actually edited it. It's about a month behind, so I'm still trying to keep up with those. Just life keeps me pretty busy. As you can see behind me, a bunch of boxes of stuff. Hopefully you guys can see all that stuff right in here. Just made a huge buy from Storage Unit Guy for actually $1,400. There's a ton of video game stuff, toys, all kinds of stuff. Stuff on the shelves over here is stuff I already had, but all this stuff, you guys will see that coming up in a haul video. But I also want to say a big thank you to all of you guys who are out there liking, commenting. People have given me feedback on how they appreciate the videos. Really helps to motivate me to keep making them. I'm kind of a small-time YouTuber. I do reselling obviously part-time to try to share my journey, but I'm hearing from people that they're learning stuff. It's helping them in their business, which is great, and some people are enjoying the video, so I appreciate that. I know I don't have the flashiest editing, the coolest stuff going on. I don't do the daily vlogs. It's mostly just what's sold, and I barely can get those together, and then the occasional haul and maybe a shipping video here or there. So I'm glad that people are enjoying those, and I really appreciate you guys giving me feedback and kind of supporting me through all that. It really means a lot, and it definitely motivates me to keep making the video. So thank you. And also, you guys may see that there are some like new thumbnails coming in, way better than what I used to do. Those are my wife's doing. She's a graphic designer. Not sure why I didn't have her do it in the beginning. I was just kind of messing around with stuff, and a couple times I uploaded the wrong thumbnail and it looked horrible. So she decided to take over. So if she is watching this, big thank you to you, sweetie. I appreciate it. They look great, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Take care. Hey everyone, back with the sales update for Monday. Really good day to start off the week. Quite a bit of sales here, so we'll just jump right in. Here's a St. Paul faucets collection, brand new. This was $5. I bought 3 faucet things. 2 were by Moen, I think, and then this one was St. Paul. Paid 5 each. The other 2, one sold for like $150, one sold for $100, and this one sold for $50 on a best offer. This one took the longest. I don't think it's the best brand, but did end up making some good money there. It should fit in a Priority Mail shoebox. Here's The Art of Miyazaki's Spirited Away. This book was in a $15 lot with a bunch of other random stuff. I just made a huge pile. They gave me a great deal for $15. This alone sold for $16, shipped on eBay just by itself. Here's a Harley Davidson brake part, I believe. This sold for $50, shipped. I bought a bunch of Harley parts for $20. I sold like some forks for $85 or $100 or something like that. I sold another part for $60 and then this for $50. The other Harley part, the other brake part, it sold for $60. Actually, they opened a return, said the part was junk. They never shipped it back. I had eBay close out the return, so I don't think it was junk. It seemed a little questionable, some of the things they were saying, but who knows? They never returned it, so we were okay there. It's in pretty good shape, so that should $50. It should go out in a Priority Mail for like 8 to 10. Here's a really good DVD set to look out for. The Story Keepers. It's there's 13 I think in the set. Yeah, I paid $20 for these on Facebook Marketplace. It was like a porch pickup thing. I had to go to their house, drop the money under the mat, and they left these in a bag. $20, and they sold for $100 on the best offer. It's taken about 2 or 3 months, but I listed mine really high. Sometimes they go for like 60 or 65 auction style, so getting the 100 was pretty cool. But look out for those if you can. Again, it's Story Keepers DVDs. Forza Motorsport, just a disc in the case only. The case is all beat up. I'm actually going to switch it out. I found one that I had that's empty in the garage, so I'm going to switch it out and put the artwork and the CD in that one. And that's all for 10 ship. Just drop it in the bubble mailer. A couple of Wii games here. These are all the Tiger Woods ones. I bought a Wii for $30 with a bunch of PS3 games, a couple copies of Wii Sports Resort, Super Mario Galaxy, and a bunch of other stuff. I'm going to part it all out, but I saw these 3 Tiger Woods games. They don't sell for a whole lot on their own, but I allotted them together for $20, and they sold in one day. Happy about those. Here is your Wicked Awesome Disney mug. The problem is I paid $2 or $3 for it. There's some Ware right there, and there's another spot right there. It's still sold for $20 on a best offer. It's a really cool mug because it's got like all the villains on it, and usually the villains seem to do a little bit better than the heroes in some of the when it comes to selling stuff. So I paid $3. It sold for $20. Probably cost like $8 to ship it out, and we'll make a little bit of money there. And lastly, the golf clubs. Bought a whole golf bag at Goodwill, every club was $4. They were all Titleist. These are Mizunos. There were TaylorMades. What else was there? Odyssey putter. All kinds of good clubs. It was $4 a club. I just bought everything. It ended up being like $70 that day. Plus, I bought a Bible for a couple bucks, and I've already made a ton of money. These two Titleist ones right here, these Vokies, 54 degree and a 58. They have a lot of wear. But the faces aren't too bad. They sold for $40 shipped on the best offer, so we had $8 in. They'll probably go out for $8 to $12 on the shipping, and we'll make some good money. And lastly, these are the Mizunos. These are the iron set, the Mizunos MP68s. There's 7 of them here. That'd be $28 in, and they sold. I had them listed at $200 or best offer. They have Project X shafts, and I've been sending people offers out because I had like 6 washers. I sent the offers out for like $150, $140 a couple times. No one was biting. Everyone offered me $100 or $110. I was about to say, well, if someone offers $130, I'll just take it. But someone today paid full price, $200 for all those. So super blessed to get those out of here for full price. We'll pack them up. Golf clubs are something you should look out for. Most of the golf clubs you'll find are not going to be good, but there are some good brands like Titleist, TaylorMade, Ping, Cobra. Odyssey makes good putters. There's Cleveland's another good brand. Even Mizuno. Mizuno's not the highest end brand, but there's still some clubs that are worth picking up. But I take some time to try to learn those if you could, because a lot of times you can find them at estate sales and stuff, thrift stores. They don't really know what they have. So we'll get all these packed up. There is at least one more thing to show you, and then a couple things are waiting on payments. Plus, there's another hour and a half left in the day. So I'll show you guys what outsold, or at least I'll show you that one thing that I have to go pick up tomorrow. Take care. Everyone, back with the sales update for the last sale on Monday. It was this Hampton Bay Premier ceiling fan remote control. There's the model number up there. This one is new open box. I bought a garage sale for $5. The guy opened it up and realized he bought the wrong one. So it's all still new and sealed in there. It sold for $28 shipped. Everyone, hope you guys are doing well. Back with the sales for Tuesday. Really good day. 2 back-to-backs. I think it was 500 and something yesterday. I think we're pushing 400 today, so pretty cool. Might even be there, who knows. There's a couple more things to show you guys. You can do the math if you want, though, but I want to go ahead and get this packed up. It's already pretty late. There's like 30 minutes left before today's over, so let's see what we have here. This is a Clippers Lamar Odom jersey. A lot of controversy with Lamar Odom. Kind of with some of the drugs and stuff I guess he was on, if I'm not mistaken. But I paid $5 for this. I ended up selling for $25 on a best offer. It took them about 3 or 4 days to pay, but they finally did, so happy about that. I probably wouldn't pick that one up again, even though I got a good profit on it. It was a really slow seller. If I was going to get it, I'd want to get it for maybe $1 or $2. These were cool. This Rick Warden's Kane Chronicles. This was $1. This little audio book set. All of them are here. And this ended up selling for $28 shipped. There were no other listings for it. There was one that had sold for like $20 before, but no one else had one, so I posted mine high and it sold it for $28 shipped. Pokemon figures. I sold a bunch of Digimon ones a while back for like $200. I had these Pokemon, the ones that were with them. This was all stuff that I had bought when I first started reselling in Florida. I just never got around to listing it before I moved to California, and it was still at my parents' house, so I ended up shipping it over there when I went there recently for a wedding. And all these figures sold for $90 on a best offer. They were listed like $150, but someone finally offered $90, and I said you could have them there. Got some condition issues as well. These were some Skechers. I just bought these last weekend. Paid $10. Pretty good shape. A little bit of wear on the bottom, but overall really good. I think they're called the Jammers. They sold for $65 shipped full price. They're going to some forwarder, Shop Airlines, or what is it? Shop, I don't know, something like that. One of those places, but paid $10, sold for $65 shipped. Those type of Skechers do pretty well along with the shape-ups. This is a Hoodman Cinema Pro kit for a camera. This came with a piece that I bought a while back. I think I paid $25 for everything. I already sold that for $150 or $130, something like that. And then this sold for $25 shipped on its own. So that's pretty cool. Here's some little ponies. I think they're Littlest Pet Shop ponies, I want to say. I don't remember. You'll see on the screen by Kenner. I know that. And they sold for $10 shipped. These were just in a big toy lot I had, and I just listed them, and I got $10 shipped. Here is the Oilers Pocket Pro helmet. This sold for $21.99. Probably one of the better ones because the Oilers are now the Titans, and there's no team anymore, so a lot of people like the old logo Oilers stuff, so that sold for $22 shipped. Here's a Bible commentary, Ware Bible commentary. There's 6 volumes. I think I paid $2 or $3 each, and this sold for 60 shipped on the best offer. I thought I'd get more like 80 for it, but every time I got an offer, it was 40, 50, 60, somewhere in there. Finally just accepted the $60 offer to get him out of here, so happy with that. And lastly, a game you should kind of burn into your brain if you don't know it, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Shad Juice, he's another YouTuber, so if you haven't checked him out, he knows a lot about video games. He picked like a couple of these up in a big video game lot he had. This one was in the $500 manual lot. If I bought all those service manuals, there was a box of video games included in there, and this one was sitting in there. So this sold for like 78 shipped. This one includes the bonus disc. It's a little bit more valuable, but very good game. They also make it for the Wii. I think it's worth like 25 or 30. Still worth picking up for that one too if you can get it cheap enough, but the PS2 one is awesome. So remember that game. There are other ones. There's a number 2 and number 1. There's also a Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. That's not the Tenkaichi one. That one, or whatever it's pronounced, that one is not worth near as much as this one is. So that's it for right now. There are 2 more sales to show you guys, and hopefully in the next 20 minutes maybe something else will sell. Hey everyone, final sales from Tuesday. This set of books, this Kiddos or Kiddos Daily Bible Illustrations, Volume 1 and 2. Those were like in a big lot I bought from the storage unit guy. They sold for 35 shipped on a best offer. And here's a Teletubby. This is the purple one, I guess. It has some stains on it. I couldn't get them out, but it does work. So that's why it makes it a little bit more valuable, even in the condition, because a lot of the ones don't actually work anymore. So it does work and it talks. This sold for 18 shipped. I think it was like 50 cents at a garage sale. So we're going to go ahead and get these. Hey everyone, back with the sales update for Wednesday. Pretty good day again, 3 days in a row, so can't complain. Sold some comics, some books, Legos, video games. So don't do a lot with comics. I bought some from a source of mine for $10. I guess these are more like, they're not, maybe these aren't comics. These might be like books, but these Freak Angel, there's 2 of them. I paid 10 for a huge stack of stuff. These 2 sold for 12 shipped. This is something called Herogasm. Not sure exactly what's going on, but it does seem to be promiscuous. There's like 6 of them in there that sold for 20 shipped. So pretty good deal. At least make my money back, and then some of them I have a few more lots to sell. Here's some memory cards, PS1 ones. A little sticker there. There's 3 of them. These sold for 17 shipped, I believe. Here is a Explore and Learn Earth and Science book set and other kind of different things. It's like I listed it for like a homeschool. Yay! That's my son. For homeschoolers or education. Those sold for 25 shipped. They were free. Here is a power brick and the cord for a Xbox 360. This sold for 20 shipped by itself. Here's a Sega Dreamcast with a controller, aftermarket cable, and then a memory card in here as well, and the power cord. That sold for 65 shipped. It's tested and works. No games included. And lastly, a bunch of old vintage Legos. These are Galaxy Explorer sets. It's not a complete set, but there's quite a bit of pieces in here. I listed it as is auction style because I didn't really know what to price it at for $179.99 free shipping. Got one bid. It's going out for $180. I had paid $11 plus tax for that a while back. Again, I apologize for the noise. My son's helping himself to a box of stuff. So $180 for that. And I have one more sale. I can't find it. I looked at the storage unit. I couldn't find it. Hopefully we'll find it. I'll show you guys that next. Everyone, back with the sales update for Thursday. Already a little slower day. 5 sales to start off. Pretty good. I'm happy with it. But then I had one good manual sale that I'll show you guys later. So that really put us over the top. You guys might notice there's a different table here. This is actually the same one that Lonnie Garage Flips has. I did some research on him. He had his, and he showed where you could get it at, and this seemed like the best one for me. I used to work off like a folding table that I had the rest of this backdrop sitting on. It was nice. I liked the way the backdrop was, but it started to rip up, and the table started to wear when I was putting heavy books on it and stuff. Like it started to like sag in the middle a little bit because they were too heavy. This thing is much sturdier. It also has shelving, so should be pretty cool. I'm really happy with it. Only the holes we have to figure out what to do with. But let me tell you guys what sold. Here's a Connolly hat. It's a corduroy one. Paid like $1 for this, or 50 cents. Sold for 20 shipped on a best offer. The worst part is I had it listed for like 50 initially because someone had sold one for 30. And then I got a best offer of I think 30 the first day. I countered with 40 and never heard from the person again. So it's been like almost a year now. Finally sold for 20. Here's a tested GameCube controller. This sold for 31 shipped. Pretty good there. This is Bible. It's the Oral Roberts edition, but the writing's all kind of faded off there. This was like a buck or two at a thrift store, and it sold for 20 shipped, full price. Starsky and Hutch sealed season 3. This one was 50 cents from a buy I did on my birthday with a bunch of other media. We stopped at a garage sale, and for 50 cents, this ended up selling for 19 shipped. And lastly, to show you for today, here's a Fellows. This is like a CD carrier. A bunch of CDs can fit in here. It's a little scuffed up, but I bought a couple of these, and they had a bunch of CDs inside, a bunch of old rap CDs. These actually sell pretty well if it can hold a lot. Usually, if it can hold like at least 100, they seem to do okay. This one sold for 23 shipped in this condition. So that's it, and I'll show you guys what sold, the manual that's. Hey everyone, back with last sale from Thursday, these 92 SC300 Lexus manuals. This is my like second to last set of Lexus manuals. I'm listed at 110 from the big $500 manual lot. These ones sold for 90 shipped on the best offer. Hey everyone, we are back with the sales for the weekend. Pretty good weekend. I think we're at 24, 25 sales, so definitely kind of right around a little above average, maybe what it's been lately. This week's actually been pretty good overall, but the past couple of weeks probably been a little bit slower, but been happy. Good mix of stuff here, kind of a little bit of everything, which is what you want. That's why, again, I always say it. I feel like I always say it, so sorry for hearing it in every video, but it's good to have a little diverse group of stuff, high-end, low-end, stuff that moves quick, stuff that really needs to find the right buyer. That way you constantly can have different stuff selling. You're not relying on one category to really make you all your money. So that's kind of my model. That's how I handle it. Everybody does it differently, but these are kind of the results that I'm having. So we'll jump right in. Starting off over here, we have these little Super Mario World Nintendo things, I guess for like little figures. I bought a bunch of stuff from the storage unit guy. This is before I even had the GoPro or anything. You guys never saw it. He invited me just only over to come and look at some video game stuff he had. He was going to we live in California. He goes to a huge swap meet in a place called Pomona. It's pretty big. He goes there like once a month and something like that. And that's where he brings a lot of his good stuff. So he had some stuff before he was going. He wanted me to come take a look at it. I ended up spending $450, tons of video games, and a bunch of Nintendo type stuff. I sold one Donkey Kong thing, I think, for $70 or $60 that was similar to this. These two sold on the best offer for 50 shipped. So I'm super stoked about that. 50 shipped out of that. I've already made double or triple my money on everything because there was so much good stuff in there, and now this is just kind of the remnants. This guy right here, he's ugly. You guys saw him probably in a haul video a couple weeks ago, even though he actually sold really quick, but I know the videos don't come out around the same time. So this one, he sold within probably a week or so. He is called Zombie Baby? No, Hungry Harold 2010. I called him Zombie Baby. He's a Halloween decoration. He's a little dirty, but I didn't really want to mess with him too much. I listed him in this condition, paid $15 at a garage sale. He sold for 85 shipped. He's super light, actually. I mean, he's not, even though he's a bigger size, it's not going to cost too much to ship him, probably $20 or so, and we'll make $40. I'm happy about that. Here is, on a not so scary note, some Infantino squeeze pouches and lids. 2 boxes of these. They're both brand new. I opened up just to double check that they weren't used. They're brand new, everything's sealed inside. I paid $3 for all this stuff, and these sold for 30 shipped. It's still going to cost like $8 to $10 to ship it, but I'll still probably make around 10 when it's all said and done, so I'm okay with that. A DeWalt charger, DCB 101. Love these guys. Sold for 22 shipped in about a week. That's also from a storage unit, recent buy. Dynasty Warriors, 5 games, disc only. I got them in a big PS2 lot. It came in one of those zip cases. I sold just the games for 29 shipped. If you get them all with cases, you can get about 30 for all 5 of them. Not a ton of money, but if you're dealing in a lot of video games, it's worth it just to kind of bundle them up and sell them that way versus selling them on their own. FIFA Street, 360, not worth a ton. Sold for $10 shipped. It has no manual, I don't think, but I'm happy about that. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas actually sells usually better than Grand Theft Auto 5 does. This sold for 15 shipped, no manual. Here is an Epson printer. I showed this in a haul video. We got this for free. My wife's work was going to throw it away. It does work perfectly. They just don't use them anymore. I tested it out and it printed a little sheet here. You just have to hold the feed button when you power it on and it'll print out a little test print. And you can see if it works. You don't have to hook it up to the computer or anything, just needs power. So that's sold for 55 shipped, so that's awesome. Another one of these Nintendo game packs. I only had one listed right now. I think I have like 6 or 7 left. I usually list like 2 or 3 at a time. Like I said, that way I don't flood the market with them. And because the boxes are in different condition, I list them all for the same price, but just describe the condition, whatever it is. I had sold off my other 2 and I was down to this one and I hadn't restocked with more listings. I was going to do it. And then I got 2 offers on this thing, both for 50 bucks. And I told myself if someone offers 50, I'll take it no matter what. I'm not going to counter with it. I just want to move them out. So I clicked the one and hit 50, and the other one got declined. I thought I had another one listed so I could reference it, but I didn't. And then I messaged the buyer, and I haven't heard back. So wasn't really prepared. If I would have had 2 listed, I probably could have had 2 of these sold for 100 bucks, which would have been nice. Some clothing. This is an Aerosmith and Kiss concert shirt. It's a newer one. This sold for 18 shipped. I think I paid $3 for that. Here is a BMX, Sunshine State BMX Association. I got this while in Florida at a Goodwill for like $6.49. I think I got 20% off or something. And it's like a little jersey. That sold for 35 shipped on a best offer. My first BMX jersey I ever sold or whatever, but I'm happy to get rid of it. Wilson A2000, this glove. This may have been $5 or something like that. I don't remember, 10 bucks. This ended up selling for 70 shipped on a best offer. You want to look out for the A2000s and the A2Ks. Those are some of the good Wilson ones. There's other ones that are good. There's Nike ones that do well. There's Mizuno ones that do well. But you just have to remember some of the model numbers because the A2000, even the A1000 will still sell. But usually when you get to the A2000s, you're talking about a better quality glove. Here's a Care Bear. This is from the big Care Bear lot. I paid 50 cents each for 21 Care Bears or something. It was like 11 bucks for all of them, plus a couple other things. And on this one sold full price, 20 shipped. He's just going to go in a bubble mailer. My little son has found me. He's opened the door. So if you hear the dryer and him, sorry about that. Here's an Epson 159 glossy, our gloss optimizer. That sold for 12 shipped. Maybe 13 shipped, I don't even know. But did sell. Here's a little Lego airplane. I paid $5 for a bunch of Legos, and these were in there in one set. And then there was another set of Lego police stuff. This is to the airport set, I believe. I listed this just for parts because it's not complete. I got a best offer at $24.50 and I took it. It should still go first class. Cuisinart pusher to a DLC11. This is just a little thing that goes in the food processor to kind of push things down. That sold for 10 shipped. Another Genie remote. I think we're down to 3 more. This one sold for 22 shipped. 2 more helmets going out for the little helmet lot I had bought. Here's the Steelers one. That one went for 15. Best offer. And then this is a Lions. It went for 13 to a repeat buyer. That's my son. So he's bought 3 or 4, I think, helmets so far. Really nice guy, it seems like, because he keeps coming back. And he never complains. So those are the kind of buyers you want. Here's a Molly, Thomas the Train with a tender. This is the take and play one or whatever. The little metal die-cast ones. That sold for like 12 shipped out of my son's old train lot. Some Disney Crocs. These were from the storage unit video, the first one I ever did for you guys. From the storage unit guy with the GoPro. These were in there. They sold for 20 shipped. Okay, this guy I bought this weekend. This is a Brookstone massager. This is a big, heavy-duty one. This thing is a beast. It does work. Has some little bit of marks and scuff, but I tested it. It works really well. Cleaned it up, sanitized it. Always should do that. Who knows where these things have been. But I paid $5, and it sold for 70 shipped. I listed mine. Some of them go for like 80 or 90. I listed mine a little bit because it does have some scuffs and marks on the sides. So I dropped the price a little bit, and it sold within 1 day. This is a Sheikah camera. It's sold for parts. It won't work. It comes with a battery and some lenses, extra lens stuff or whatever. I don't know. I just put it all in one big lot a long time ago. It's a really old listing. It's finally sold for... Yeah, son, I know. 25 shipped for that. I'm not really going to make much. I think it was... I paid $20 a while back for a bunch of camera stuff when I first bought that. So maybe it had $5 in it, and then I sold it for 25, but it's going to cost like 10 or 12 to ship it, so not so great. Another service manual. This is one I thought would sell right away. It's a 2003 Pilot. It's sealed, but got a little tear in the seal there, and one in the bottom. This sold for like 50 or 60 shipped, full price. I got a bunch of Honda ones left. I've almost sold out of all the Lexus, and I sold out of most of the Acura. I got a couple more Acuras left. So the Lexus, Acura, and Hondas, I think in the end will be the best ones that I sold. All the other stuff will be kind of lower end for the most part, just those $15, $20, $25 ones. And lastly, I should have taken this out. This is a Ping driver. I don't sell a ton of golf clubs, but I do like to look at them. It can do really well if you find good ones. This is a G20. That's 9.5 or 9.5 degrees. This is a driver here. This one came in a big lot of, not a big lot, a set of clubs I bought for $40 at it was more of like an estate sale the guy was doing for his friend, and he had this Ping driver, some Callaway Diablo stuff, which I also picked up, and a couple other clubs that were in there. I paid $40 because I knew this one was the best club. This driver sold within an hour for $99 shipped. Had it at $109 or best offer. A guy messaged me, and I love when I get messages like this. He made an offer of $99, and he said, I told my wife I wouldn't spend more than $100 on my next driver. So that was good enough for me to sell it. When I see a comment like that, it just kind of, I'm like, that's the right guy to sell it to. So I sold it to him. Maybe I could have gotten full price if I waited, but I'm already almost doubling my money just with this one sale of the club, and I still have, I think, 5 or 6 more clubs to sell, which I should make another couple hundred off of. So really good deal there. So that's everything. There might be more stuff if people buy before the end of the day. We got a couple 3 hours left. Hope you guys enjoy, and if not, we'll see you in the next What Sold video.